And another slip. I mean, we're seeing this on both teams.
We just witnessed one of the worst NFL fields we have seen in years, but the NFL finally made its debut in Brazil, so you know there was a ton of booty shaking. Really, YouTube? You're gonna demonetize my predictions video even though we're allowed to do this on TV? Maybe next time I gotta drop it down low while I do my predictions. But to be serious, man, some sad news happened. Jordan Love left this game with an injury, and it did not look good. The Packers season might be over. We had some lighter sad news, which was Giants fans watching Saquon Barkley dominate in this game. And even sadder NFL news, which was degenerate trolls going after CJ Gardner-Johnson.
They ain't talking about nothing, bro. All these sucking fans don't know football.
I'm Wi-Fi Willie, your favorite football YouTuber with tons of potential. Let's break down the top moments from the NFL in Brazil between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. This game was technically a home game for the Philadelphia Eagles, so we were wondering who is going to have home field advantage since it is in Brazil, and it turns out it's the Green Bay Packers. The Eagles were booed like crazy coming out of the tunnel in Brazil, and a lot of people think it's because the Eagles cornerback Darius Slay made some comments saying that he does not want to go to Brazil because of the crime rate.
Man, I do not want to go to Brazil, and you want to know why? Because the crime rate is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, NFL, why y'all want to send us somewhere with the crime rate this high?
Slay had to apologize to Brazil after this clip went viral. He totally kissed their ass. He ended up saying, "I look forward to playing in your beautiful country." And my favorite part where he goes, "I just can't wait." Several exclamation marks, several exclamation marks. He literally sounded like a teenager excited for their first day of school. My only question is, how did Brazil find out that Slay is talking trash about their country? Because Brazil recently banned X. X is currently banned in Brazil, and NFL reporters could not even live tweet during the game. Anyways, it was not all anti-Eagles fans in Brazil. There were some Brazilian die-hard Eagles fans like this guy, a very creative guy who rocked a Philadelphia cream cheese head for his favorite football team. And I was going to give this guy the award for being the most creative fan in the world, but it turns out he's a con artist. It looks like this Brazilian stole this design from an American in 2022. So let's pump the brakes on complimenting the Brazilian NFL fans just yet. The famous tush push for the Eagles was not working out in this game, especially since they are now without the retired Jason Kelce, the center. Many people thought this play could be completely done for the Eagles, but then it finally worked out a couple times towards the end of the game, and the Philadelphia Eagles PR team, their media team, made sure to make this extremely cheesy joke. Uh-oh, not a tush push, but a Brazilian butt lift. Uh-oh. I bet whatever intern thought of that caption is just so proud. But yes, the slippery field was a major issue in the beginning of the game and in the first half. Until things started to settle down, it seemed like the players figured it out. But then there were tons of penalties. There were so many penalties that the referees were literally losing their voice.
Illegal formation by the kicking team, number 58. In the return, personal foul, illegal blindside block. Number 26.
The refs had so much to do in this game that they were even injured, having to get evaluated by the medical staff. Look, if you're a ref, you cannot be injured unless you literally break something. Everybody already hates the refs anyways because of flags, and then you got players sacrificing their bodies, taking who knows what just to play. If you're a ref, you cannot be injured. A big story was Saquon Barkley, who signed with the Eagles after his former team, the Giants, stiffed him on contracts. And it was cool seeing Saquon Barkley able to own the Giants without the Giants even being on the football field. This dude had a whopping 3 touchdowns in this game, 1 in the receiving game and 2 on the ground. And this looks so bad for the Giants because you had them on Hard Knocks earlier this year talking about moving on from Saquon Barkley. But this game showed that the Giants and quarterback Daniel Jones have been holding Barkley back. As Barkley continued to ball out throughout the game, we were able to get that live look at how Giants fans are reacting to this performance. But the Packers had their fair share of playmakers too, like Jaden Reed, the second-year wide receiver who absolutely went off. He had 1 rushing touchdown and also had a receiving touchdown. Reed's 70-yard receiving touchdown was so good and went so viral because he ended up juking out CJ Gardner-Johnson. And you know something is going viral when degenerate, low-life NFL trolls storm the Instagram account of CJ Gardner-Johnson.
You know how hard it is to make a tackle out the field, nigga, running 100 mile per hour? Now every fucking fan that want to say something, they ain't talking about nothing, bro. All these sucking fans that don't know football. Bitch, I had 10 tackles in the first half.
So obviously these fans were trash talking the guy, and I'm glad he got him back. We also saw the former Raider Josh Jacobs able to get going in this game, especially in the second half, busting off a 40-yard run, had over 5 yards a carry. As a Raiders fan, not gonna lie, I miss this guy. But one big story for the Eagles was how terrible Jalen Hurts was and how he was still able to get the W despite playing poorly. Hurts started off his first drive with an awful interception, and at first we thought, okay, let's give him some excuses. It's his first drive of the season. Maybe he's jet lagged because the Eagles had to travel from Philly all the way to Brazil instead of Green Bay. But then in the very next drive, Jalen Hurts fumbled the snap, losing it to the Green Bay Packers. Jalen Hurts literally had 2 back-to-back turnovers on his first 2 drives. And at this point, we thought maybe the game is going to be over. Maybe there's no chance the Eagles could win this, especially because later on in the game, towards the fourth quarter, Hurts had another turnover, which was an interception in the end zone to Jair Alexander. And on this play, Hurts could have just chilled. He could have just thrown the ball away, maybe just ran it a few yards and take the field goal and get the points. But no, he tried to be a superhero. And I'm not sure what's worse, that boneheaded pick by Jalen Hurts or the fact that Jair Alexander tried to return the pick and failed miserably, should have just taken the touchback. And honestly, Jalen Hurts got lucky throughout this game. Yes, he had 3 turnovers, 2 in the air, 1 on the ground, but he could have had another one. There was a dropped interception that he had in this game and several bad throws. But the thing about Hurts is that he was unaffected throughout this game despite all the turnovers. The dude was as cool as a cucumber, and he was able to stay calm in the pocket, make some solid big completions to his wide receivers like AJ Brown and Devonta Smith. And Jalen Hurts reminded us why we all love dual threat quarterbacks in the modern NFL today. He made a great run on the ground, and this dude was absolutely insane carrying defenders. How many quarterbacks do you see do that? The Packers quarterback Jordan Love came into this game with way too much hype. He was recently made the highest quarterback in the entire NFL after technically only having 1 good half of a starting season last year. And it seemed like Jordan Love cracked under pressure. We mentioned the 3 turnovers that Jalen Hurts had. Well, where are all the Packers points that happened after those turnovers? Really, the Packers offense could not capitalize off of the Eagles' mistakes, and you would think this game would be lopsided where the Packers completely blow the Eagles out, but that did not happen. Jordan Love, to his credit, only had 1 turnover in this game. He was picked off by a unicorn. Yes, a unicorn, a rare sighting, which is the white boy defensive back, Reed Blankenship. Jordan Love was picked off in the second quarter. Now, it was not all bad for Jordan Love. He had a few big plays like we mentioned earlier with Jaden Reed at wide receiver, but overall the offense was lackluster and seemed to struggle throughout the game despite not committing as many turnovers as the Eagles. But towards the end of the game, Jordan Love still had a shot to win it with 0 timeouts, less than 30 seconds on the clock, and a 1-possession game. You could see that look in Jordan Love's eyes, like he's ready. He's going to prove why he's the highest paid quarterback in the NFL and pull this crap off. But then Jordan Love would not even get the opportunity to finish this drive. With no timeouts, Jordan Love did make an amazing play by avoiding the sack and lateraling this pass to Josh Jacobs so he can get out of bounds, but it would come at the cost of a devastating injury. Jordan Love laid on the ground after the play, and every Packers fan in the entire world was quiet for the next 30 minutes. Fortunately, Love was somewhat able to stand while being helped off the field by the trainers, but it does not look good. After the play, video emerged of what looks like Jordan Love's knee popping during this rough tackle by the Eagles defensive tackle Jalen Carter when he went for that lower leg tackle. After the game, Jalen Hurts showed some good sportsmanship, making sure Jordan Love was okay walking over there because he knows how emotional this is for the young QB. More video has since emerged of Jordan Love on the sideline testing out his leg, and honestly, this video made Packers fans feel more positive because it looks like he's able to put pressure on it. However, you often don't feel the gravity of an injury immediately after it happens. And that is why this next video that came out on Saturday morning should make Packers fans alarmed. When the Packers landed back in Green Bay, you can see Jordan Love getting off the plane, trying to get off the steps, and it seems like he's limping, not able to put much pressure on his foot at all. It does not look like, in my opinion, that he will be 100% going into next week at the very least. Of course, because of this rough tackle, Jalen Carter is receiving death threats by internet trolls because of the tackle he made on Love, but Carter went on Instagram to say that he hopes Love has a speedy recovery. And really, the guy was just trying to make a play. I don't think the guy was purposely trying to hurt Jordan Love, honestly. And we have some initial tests that have come out about Jordan Love. Apparently, his ACL is intact, but the Packers need to do some additional tests to see exactly what is going on. And hopefully, Jordan Love is okay, because if Jordan Love misses a significant amount of time, even if it's just 4 weeks, that could completely ruin the Packers' entire season. And obviously, if Jordan Love misses more than 8 weeks, then the Packers season is completely over. The Packers do not have a solid backup quarterback. Just a few weeks ago, they found their backup QB by randomly trading for Malik Willis from the Tennessee Titans. So clearly, in terms of backup QBs, the Packers don't have a guy who knows the entire playbook and has been with the team throughout all of training camp. Hopefully, Jordan Love is okay, even if it's just a few weeks from now. But if not, I could see the Packers making a trade for a QB to try to save this season. My name is Wi-Fi Willie. Subscribe for more NFL content from me. Peace out, and I hope you have a good one.